This is Springfield SA-35, the grandfather of the Wonder Nine's clone. The Springfield SA-35 is Springfield's recreation of the famous Browning high-power pistol. The firearm has an overall length of 7.8 inches, height of 4.8 inches, width of 1.32 inches, and weighs in at 31.5 ounces unloaded. The firearm has a 4.7-inch cold hammer forged barrel. It is double stack magazine fed, has an external hammer, and is single action only. The front sight on the SA-35 is a white dot sight. The rear sight is a anti-glare U-notch rear sight. They are drift adjustable for windage and replaceable. The trigger on the SA-35 is a single action only trigger that off my gauge comes in at 4.8 pounds. The safety is on the left side of the frame and easily usable for right-handed shooters. The firearm is very easy to clean and maintain. If you line up the notches on the frame and the slide, you can pull out the slide stop and easily break down the firearm. The SA-35 we're shooting today is chambered in 9mm Luger and is excellent for home defense, personal protection, and sport shooting. Springfield SA-35. We'll do this at our middle target. These have, I want to say, 15 rounds in the magazines. Let's see how we shoot this firearm today. Here we go. Compared to the P09 I was shooting just before, I don't know if it's my gloves or just the difference in trigger, but I can't feel when the trigger resets on this today. Group's not terrible out there, a little high to the left. That's probably just me. Here we go, second magazine. Group's pretty decent. Good reliability. Much better than the weather, we'll say. While the SA-35 based on the high power, there are quite a few differences. The SA-35 has a rounded hammer compared to the flat hammer on the high power. The SA-35 has a right-hand user safety compared to an ambidextrous safety. The SA-35 has walnut checkered grips versus a plastic grip with a thumb shelf. The firearms have different sights. On the bright side, the SA-35 comes with a 15-round magazine compared to 13-round magazines on the original. The SA-35 has a flared magazine well for easier reloading. It also has no firing pin safety and no magazine disconnect safety. Comparing the high-power SA-35 and other high-power clones to Wonder 9s, it's easy to think that it would be a Wonder 9, especially when comparing it against something like a CZ-75. You can see on the CZ-75 many of the external design influences that came from the high power before it. The primary feature missing on the high power type pistols that prevent it from being considered the original Wonder 9 are it does not have a double action to single action trigger that is one of the primary features on those Wonder 9s. Let's see how the SA-35 does with its 2 magazines. These only have 10 in them today. Middle target. I guess at least we're consistently consistent to the left. On target. Left on the target, I mean. Here we go. I'm going to rotate the firearm in my grip slightly here. Oop. I think that helped slightly. Not being able to feel the reset on that trigger, you'll notice like which is just me. The other firearms we're shooting today have much more tactile feedback. The Springfield SA-35 is an excellent pistol for those who want a Browning high power, but aren't looking to pay the prices FN currently commands for them. The day that we filmed the footage for this video was the tail end of the polar vortex, meaning it was unpleasant, cold, windy, and as you could see in the footage, the SA-35 performed without a hitch, and it was much more accurate than the shooter shooting it that day. Many consider the high power and its clones to be the first, the Wonder 9, before Wonder 9s were a thing. They're accurate, reliable, and the double stack magazine fed capacity gave them a nice capacity boost over the common single stack magazine fed pistols of its day. The SA-35 does have a few cons in my experience. The grip screws tend to come loose, even after just a few magazines through the pistol. The firearm safety is not lefty friendly. It's only usable by right-handed shooters when in their right hand. And the major factor keeping it from being a true Wonder 9 is it does not have the double action to single action trigger, which some people prefer on an external hammer-fired pistol, as they like to carry hammer down and no safety on. The younger generations might prefer newer designs, the quote plastic pistols, though I think those who grew up in the 80s and 90s and watched movies like Beverly Hills Cop are fans of this design and fans of the classics. Accurate, reliable, and at a price point easier on the wallet than the FN high power, and I think the SA-35 is an excellent choice for those individuals. Well anyway, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's video. If you enjoyed the video, like it and share it with your friends and family. Maybe even drop a comment. Those things are free and they help the channel greatly. Fred and I really appreciate you getting this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day. If you haven't been to our website in a while, check out TheBaconNation.com. Not only do we post recent video links to our website, but we also have many of the graphics featured in our videos. Like say, if you're looking for information on the ADX Cheetah, you can see the graphics that we've used. how some of the ammo has performed we've put through the firearm, and comparison images comparing it versus a number of different firearms. Like, for example, how does the ADX stack up size-wise versus the Bodyguard 2.0? And a link to a recent video featuring the firearm. Besides 380s, there's also a section for the other non-380 firearms that we're shooting, like, say, the CZ P09C Nocturne that we've shot in a few videos now, some comparison images, as well as links to recent videos. If you like our ammo test, much of the ammo that we've tested so far now has a page on our website. So, for example, if you're curious about the Aguila mini shells we recently put through their paces, here are the graphics from that video, along with a link to that video. Some of the breakdown graphics that we don't currently have a dedicated page for, you can also see the graphics for from recent videos, as well as random wildlife pictures if you're into that kind of thing. So again, check out TheBaconNation.com.